Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Technical difficulties taken care of. Welcome, everybody. Holden, good to see you, brother. It's been a minute. Nice to see you. Right on. Donna, good to see you. Lue, as always good. Connor, good to see you. Mark, Chad. Oh man, we're gonna have some fun today. Right on. Okay, so welcome everybody to Build It with Chris. We have the wonderful and talented Francis hosting us today, and we are going to have some fun.
Francis.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Good.
Awesome. My man, Vince. Okay. Welcome, everybody. As you know, if it's your first time, this is a very informal call. We are here to help you as much as possible, and that's why we're here. So there's points, but nobody gets any, and they don't count for anything. And we're just going to get started. So here's what we're going through on today's class. I'm going to show you how to build a list of qualified agents, get it into the Loan Officer CRM, and then we're going to spend the majority of our time inside building workflows. Those workflows are all pre-built inside the Loan Officer CRM. But I'm going to show you how to modify them, edit them, and then just open it up for Q&A so that we can build together so that you can see your own system and launch your own workflows. In the comments, say hello and put yes if you were on Breakfast Club this morning. So if you were on Breakfast Club, hit yes, just so we get like a rough idea. Okay, all right. So what we did on Breakfast Club this morning was we gave away a 4-step email sequence to offer MoveTube to your qualified agents. And we went through the 3-part formula of essentially like how to market to qualified agents over time, which is value plus offer plus ask equals money. So we're trying to come up with as valuable an offer as possible for as long as possible so that we're the one that gets the appointment when we call. And then when we do get that appointment, they actually move forward with working with us because we've provided so much value and given the right offers over time. And I love MoveTube as a product because the hook of, hey, we can get your listings on TV and help you win more listing presentations is super valuable for a listing agent. And so a lot of the agents that we go after are buyer's agents, but listing agents tend to be the ones that really drive a lot of the market share. So it's a way for you to get these appointments with real estate agents that you might not have an offer for otherwise. So that's why we're talking about MoveTube. Everybody with me so far? Everything makes sense? All good? Okay. All right. Another quick reminder, turn your cameras on. It adds to the family-friendly feel of the call as long as it's appropriate. And we'll get started. And then also know Francis and the team is here in the chat. But if you need help with any of your workflows at any time, the Loan Officer CRM team is here to help you. Just go into your software. There's the Zoom link on the left-hand side of the software. Click there. Zoom opens. Our team is there to support you. And that opens at 10 o'clock in the morning and shuts off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's available for you Monday to Friday. And we are actually working on extending those hours out past 5 o'clock so that you get even more time with the support team to build this stuff out. So unmute your microphone at any time and let's get started. So also in the chat, if you are not a Loan Officer CRM customer and you'd like information, just put a 1 in the chat. So if you're not an active customer on the Loan Officer CRM, I think pretty much everybody here is. But if you're not, pop a 1 in the comments and Francis will reach out to you. We'll get you a one-on-one demo and you can try the whole thing out risk-free for 30 days because you get a 30-day 100% money-back guarantee for you. That's loanofficercrm.ai for that. So inside the system, we are logged in And what I have done here is I have gone down to this tool on the left-hand side that says qualified agent lists. So when you click on here, it will open up Model Match. And Model Match is the tool that we're currently using to get all of the qualified agent data. So this is so that you can go into your marketplace, do a search, find all of the agents that are producing, and then import them into the CRM. So I'm not going to go through every single step here if you need help importing, but I am going to walk you through generally how to use the tool and import it into the CRM. So you start off by going to pipelines up here at the top. And the way that it works is you create a pipeline. We'll tell stories at the end. So you click pipelines up here at the top, you create a pipeline, and then you're going to do a search inside Model Match and move all of your contacts into that pipeline. And the reason why the pipelines exist is so that you can go after other marketplaces. So this morning on Loan Officer Breakfast Club, if you didn't hear Betsy share her win at the beginning of the call, it was absolutely outrageous. I think she joined the mortgage industry in, I think it was March of this year, and she's got 10 deals in her pipeline for this month coming up, all off of calling qualified agents. And that was amazing. Just like, hey, just focus on the agent relationships. That's where the referrals are going to come from. But the takeaway that I kind of had my own internal little like aha moment. She was like, I'm in a major city. Well, not a major city, city of 100,000 people. But where I'm getting a lot of traction is by going into these smaller markets where there's high-end houses, lake houses, estate properties, and hardly anybody is working them because everybody feels like they're these small towns, but they're really high dollar volume and agents that aren't being inundated all of the time. So I thought, what a brilliant strategy. And like Carl said on the call, like go get a bigger cup. The way that I always approach our marketing is we tend to be marketing to the top like 30% of the loan officers in the market. And you can take that same approach with the real estate agents, but also the markets and going after higher end markets. So an example of that is we're here currently in Ontario, and there's this place way up north called Muskoka. And your average home value in Muskoka is 2 million plus, $1.5 million, that sort of thing. Very little competition for loan officers up there because none of them live there. But talk about an open market for real estate agents where you could be making offers to help them. And every loan you bring in is, a fantastic opportunity for commission. So look at your marketplace and think, how can I get a bigger cup? How can I find one of these untapped marketplaces that's addressable to me? And it's very easy to go into Model Match, pull all the qualified agents, drop them into an outreach, and the system's going to do most of the automated follow-up for you. And then you're just making your calls once a week. So this is a great way to look at, be different than your competition and go after those marketplaces. Vicky, I think of where you are in Texas, you've probably got all kinds of amazing marketplaces surrounding you that you could go after. So it's a fantastic opportunity. So the first thing that you do is you go into pipelines, which is this menu up at the top. You create a pipeline. So you click the plus button, create a pipeline, and you can see in this pipeline, I've got Austin, Fulton County, Harris County, King County, Marion County. This is so that when I put the realtors into the list, I know where they're from, and I can go in and access these lists, and I can start running targeted Facebook ads to them. I can do anything that I want. But if I just lump them into one big list of qualified agents, as I get a bigger cup, I don't know where all the agents are from. So the first thing that I do is I come in here, I create these pipelines for the different markets that I'm going to go get the data for. And then you go into the actual market insights tool, which is the fourth menu down here on the left-hand side. And then in here, you actually do your search up here. So you can see here, search agents near Austin, Texas. So I do that search. It pulls up all of the agents. Then down here, I can add a filter. And I can filter by location. I can filter by radius. So if I want to go 50 miles within Austin, it pulls that list up. And then when I click on add filter here, I come down here and I can sort by unit count. So when I go to unit count, I just specify the range of 8. So greater than 8 units. So now I've got all of the agents in Austin, Texas that have sold more than 8 units in the last 14 months. And then I select everybody that is on that list. So you see them all selected in the tool by selecting the top there. And then down here on the right-hand side, I click on add to pipeline. It's going to grab all of those contacts to the search. And then you choose the pipeline that you already created in the first step. Select the pipeline, label them, add the tag to them. So this one I would call Austin, Texas, right? So it'd be Austin, Texas. I would create a new tag. Don't need to assign a user, and then add to pipeline. And all of those qualified agent contacts are now going to go into that pipeline. Everybody with me so far?
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
When I was watching the videos, it says if you put a tag in there, it doesn't carry over to the CRM. Is that correct?
I believe that's fixed because all they had to do was go into the workflow and pull that information over. I think that has been fixed, but I don't know entirely.
Okay, so if I pulled people over from there into the pipeline, but I didn't tag them, is there an easy way to go in and tag them with just Austin? Or do I have to go through them one by one?
No, you don't have to. Well, have you imported everybody into the same pipeline?
No, I imported them into, like, I have an Austin pipeline, I have a Fredericksburg pipeline, Kerrville pipeline. So I imported them into those pipelines.
Okay, yeah, so that's perfect. So you can just go into that pipeline and tag them inside the pipeline.
Okay,
But what I would do is I would import them into the loan officer CRM and tag them inside the CRM.
okay,
Awesome. And I just got confirmation from Leah in the chat that no, the tag does not transfer to the CRM. So we do have to tag them inside the CRM. Awesome. And thank you, Leah. Awesome. Sorry about that, Vicky. All right. So now, there we go. So we've got the data. We've got the qualified agents. We've got them in now our pipeline. And so inside the pipeline, we use this Marion County as the example. We then select all of the agents that are in here, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you can click send to, and you can see the loan officer CRM shows up in that list down here at the bottom. When you click loan officer CRM, that will then import these contacts into the loan officer CRM. So this is actually activating a workflow that our team pre-builds for you inside the CRM to take all of those agents, move them over to the CRM, and that's it. So you're literally creating the pipeline for the different marketplaces that you're going after, getting a bigger cup. Then you're going into the market insights tool to select the agents that you want, move them into a pipeline, and then export them from a pipeline into the CRM. Everybody with me so far? Unlimited qualified agents. I should also mention, I can't, fully let the cat out of the bag, but the data that we have within the tool is getting better and better and better. So roughly 30% of all the contacts in that system just got an overhaul with new information that potentially gives cell phones and personal email addresses. And there's another big push and another big update coming that's going to get us even more of that, along with social media information. So Facebook profiles, LinkedIn profiles, all of that, and all that information will transfer over to the CRM as well, so that when you're working with somebody or you see them in the power dialer and you see their contact record come up, it's an easy tap to just tap, access their LinkedIn profile, follow them on LinkedIn, so that they're seeing the emails, they're seeing the calls come in, they're seeing the friend requests pop up on social media. It's the 7-11-4, right? The more channels that we can get them seeing you over a longer period of time. So it's just the more data that we can have on these qualified agents inside the CRM for you, the easier it is for you to call them on the power dialer, automatically send the emails, send the follow-up text messages with the snippets that we talked about on Breakfast Club this morning, and now social media, and just kind of like a couple of clicks from the CRM, and now you're interacting with them on social media as well. So everybody, is that cool? Like, now it's like we do this every day with clients, so it almost seems like normal and regular that we can do this. 2 years ago, had somebody demoed this product to me, I would have been like, are you kidding me? This is like a license to take over a real estate market. This is insane. So I don't I don't want to get too excited about it, but what the team has built here is just absolutely incredible. So I got all the qualified agent data. It's right inside the CRM. It's free. Comes with your CRM subscription. And then Frances pays for all that. So everybody say thank you to Frances. Send her a Starbucks gift card or something like that. That's all Frances. Thank you. All right. So now we go into a workflow. And so on the menu bar on the left-hand side here, we're going to click on automation. We're going to go up to workflows up here at the top. And then if you're a legacy member, you will just have all of your regular workflows in here. If you've come in recently, you've got this folder that's 2025 Loan Officer Launch. And then you'll have the Loan Officer Launch workflows in here. So I'd like to bring your attention to this workflow here. It's called Launch Number 3 Qualified Real Estate Partners. Okay. This workflow is specifically built to give offers to qualified real estate agents. So if we go back to the formula of what we talked about in Breakfast Club this morning, we want to provide as much value as possible. Value plus offers. We're going to give them an offer with the value that we give them, and then you're going to call them and ask for the business. Simple 3-step formula. So this workflow is built to send an email a week for a year. All pre-written, all pre-built for you. Everything's all ready to go. You'll notice up here, there's tags that are automatically added that add people into these workflows. And the tag added is qualified agent. When you click the button inside Model Match that says add to Loan Officer CRM, when that workflow runs, that tag is automatically applied to those contacts and they go into this workflow. So it's automatically set up by our team. So you can literally customize this workflow and turn it on. Go get the agents that you want. And as soon as you click that button, all the magic happens. They're automatically loaded in. They're assigned to you. Everything that you have underneath this tag will automatically happen and away you go. So you can literally be picking as many qualified agents in as many marketplaces as you want and adding them to this workflow. So there's no limit to the amount of qualified agents that you can go after. So I want to dive into the workflows now. And this is like, if you have a question, unmute your microphone. Frances, if somebody puts something in the chat, just interrupt me, ask the questions. We want to get as much value to everybody on the call here as possible. But we do this every Friday. This tends to ping pong a fair bit, where people will come in and ask a question about this and ask a question about this. So I'm going to do my best to keep us on track and keep us going through this workflow and showing you the MoveTube workflow.
Chris, just a quick question. So when you hit the button to add additional customers to that workflow or realtors, are they going to start from where the next email is left off? In other words, if you've got 12 weeks and you put them in week 3, are they going to be getting a week 3 email along with your current workflow?
Great question, Renee. No, so everybody starts at the top.
Okay.
So they'll drop in. So you can do this once a week. And let's say you do it for 4 weeks. So you've been doing it for 4 weeks. The ones that you dropped in 4 weeks ago will be getting the email in week 4. And the ones you import today are going to get week number 1.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. And so, this can be an every Friday exercise. You can literally come in and add new qualified agents every Friday. And then every Monday, your emails are going out and your lists are getting bigger and bigger and bigger every week. Cool. All
Russ,
right.
why do I see it in this workflow in my system?
So Leah will help you out. Who was that magical?
Jaime, I'm sorry.
No, no problem at all. It doesn't show me for some reason. Normally it like pops them up in Zoom. So this workflow is called Launch 3 Qualified Real Estate Partners. If you're in like the legacy version of the system, the workflow is still the same because we went through and updated it, but we didn't want to change the names on everybody. So it's also called the Qualified Agent Workflow, I think. But Leah will pop into your system and see which one it is, and then send you a DM on the system. Leah, if you could help out with that, that would be amazing.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, my pleasure. And thank you, Leah. It's fantastic to have an amazing team in the background here helping out. So, Vicky, thank you for the kind words on the CRM. That's we appreciate that. Okay, so I want to point out one simple thing because it ties back to the Breakfast Club this morning conversation that we had about the 7-Eleven 4. And so people need to spend 7 hours with you, typically over 11 different message types or modalities across 4 different platforms, right? And Google and all these incredibly smart companies have done studies on this stuff, and it's absolutely true. And it comes down to this. The more time people spend learning from you and getting value from you in as many different scenarios as you can put them in, the higher the likelihood that you're going to build a friendship and you're going to refer business together. This is just like friendship 101, which I'm an introvert. We should have Robin, my wife, teaching this class on how to, be friends with large amounts of people and be amazing. But anyways, I digress. If you have a phone call, text message, email, podcast, and social media, that's 5 out of the 4 modalities. Then the whales or the tunas or even the tilapias, an in-person coffee appointment, going into the office and doing a lunch and learn, every single opportunity they have to see your content on a different platform brings you closer to the relationship and builds trust, builds authority, builds your brand in their eyes. And the more of that we can do over the longest period of time with the greatest value wins, right? We built that into the CRM to get you as many of these possibilities as possible. So we're bringing in the social media data with Model Match and working with them to help make that happen so that you can directly, send a friend request, follow on LinkedIn, follow them on Instagram if you're on social. But advertising is also a huge part of that because organically connecting with somebody on social media is kind of like hit or miss. Like you can send a friend request to somebody, they can become your friend, you can post a piece of content and they don't see it. Like the algorithm controls that 100%. And it is getting harder and harder to get your content seen because there's more and more content being produced every single day that's pushed into all these feeds. It's hard to compete with that. When you take a list of specific people and you load it into Facebook ads and you run a budget of $5 a day, it's almost guaranteed that that person will see whatever content you pay to promote into their timeline. So it's guaranteed consumption of a pathway of a message. And many of you here on this call, I would love to see in the comments, like put a 1 if you've seen a video from me on social media in the last month or so, yeah, perfect. So Wes is good. So all of this. So Vicky says 50. Charlie says yes. Well, that's by design because as soon as you're in our list or you interact with our content on a platform, you go into an audience and I pay to have a cold audience and a warm audience. So if you interact with any of our content, you go into a warm audience and I spend ads just to educate our tribe. It's just like, there's really no opt-in on it. It's just like, hey, here's this cool thing. Here's this interesting story. Here's this thing. Just building a relationship, hopefully, right? Of good stuff. Well, the CRM makes it so that you can manufacture that with your realtors. And every time I demo this, people are like, okay, I can show ads and try and get a real estate agent to like opt in for a thing and generate a lead from a real estate agent. I want our community here to think about this differently from truly I want this person to know me and know what I'm interested in and get something of value from the videos or the content that I produce and I put out. So shifting from I'm marketing to these qualified agents to 40 of these qualified agents can change my life with the amount of volume and deals that they can send to me. And the purpose of my content is to repel the ones that I don't want to work with and attract the ones that I do want to work with. So by seeing my content and the headlines and the hooks, they understand who I am as a person and how I run my business. And yes, testimonials are great, but really, truly connecting with people on core values and the things that are important to you. So, charitable giving. This is super weird. I don't talk about it a lot, but I'm an amateur beekeeper, right? So, myself and a couple of the other members in the community that are crazy enough to like bees, it was like instant. As soon as I put that video out, they're like, oh yeah, Chris and we get along because because of the bees. So take it just as much to get comfortable making content around the things that you enjoy and make it entertaining for a realtor and show them that content. Don't just think of it like I'm going to run an ad and get a lead and get a business relationship. Think of it as building your brand long-term with these qualified agents. Everybody cool with that? Does that make sense? Because video marketing is ridiculously powerful if you can get over that hump of I'm going to try and make a super flashy video to generate leads to I'm going to use this as a communication channel to effectively communicate what my core values are to people I want to do business with and build relationships with people. That has been a huge pivot for us and a turning point for us. So I wanted to share that with you as well. Now, once you get that and you realize, hey, I can bond with people through my video content, when you load these qualified agents into this workflow, you assign them to a user, you click this plus button here, and you're going to go in and you're going to type in Facebook. And it says Facebook add to custom audience, right? So you have to have previously connected your Facebook account to the CRM in order for this to work. But when you've done that step, and the team is more than happy to help you set all this stuff up, just show up on the Zoom call and they'll literally like click the buttons and help you through the whole process. You select your Facebook advertising account, and then you select a custom audience ID. And so yours would be qualified real estate agents. You save that action. So what the CRM is doing is every time you add a qualified agent to this workflow, it's then going to add them into that custom audience so that you can go to Facebook, upload a video, and run an ad and say, show this to qualified agents, and hit post and invest $5 a day in showing that ad to that audience. So you can have 1,000 qualified real estate agents and spend $5 a day to get your video content in front of them. And once you set this up just once, you never have to think about it again. You can just go to Facebook, run an ad, click targeted agents, and all of the agents that you've ever added to this workflow are going to be in that audience in Facebook. It's an incredibly powerful like extra that you can add to the workflow. So we go in here, we click on the audience, and then we click on create or update opportunity. Now this is pre-built into your system. Opportunities inside the CRM are also known as success trackers. Is everybody familiar with the success trackers? You put the lead in, it puts them at the beginning of the workflow, and then you can drag them across the workflow as you convert them. So new lead, opted in, booked appointment, showed, didn't show, got a relationship, got a referral. So you can literally see how many people you dumped into the funnel and where everybody is and what the actual end result of the funnel is. So it's going to add to that opportunity workflow automatically. So you can go into your success tracker, and those real estate agents are automatically going to show up in that success tracker. Then it's going to add them to the power dialer for you. Then it's going to drip out 100 a day so that you don't get overwhelmed with responses and contacts. And then it's going to start sending emails. Francis, could you go ahead and figure out how to get that off of the screen for me? Thank you. Awesome. So this is where we start sending emails to them. So this is where you take the MoveTube template that we gave this morning on Build It with Chris, and you copy and paste the email into the template. So once you have the email in here and the email gets sent out, there's this wait step. This wait step is going to wait for a reply from the person that you sent the email to for 6 days. Then it's going to send the next email. So if you send the email out to the real estate agent, you add them automatically to the power dialer, you call them, and you send them the email. If they respond by either texting back the phone number, emailing back the phone number, or interacting with you, it comes into this contact reply section. The system is smart enough to see, hey, the contact replied, and then AI takes over and helps you with the conversation. If they haven't responded back, it's just going to send the next email the next week and wait. If they don't respond back, then next week they get the next email. If they don't respond back, it waits another week, sends them another email, goes for a year, right? Every month is a different offer. If they do respond, the response goes into the CRM, and the CRM sends the response to ChatGPT with a prompt. Your role is you're a customer service specialist, and this is specifically written for real estate agent relationships. So ChatGPT understands, okay, I'm working on behalf of this loan officer, Renee Rodriguez. Renee is reaching out to qualified agents and giving offers. This is a response from one of the qualified agents. And here's my guidelines for how I respond to this qualified agent and get them to book an appointment. So ChatGPT understands the entire context of how that person, like who you are, who they are, how that person has gotten to respond back to you. And then it formulates the response to go back to the qualified agent. This all happens automatically in the background, right? So this prompt takes care of the whole thing. It understands all the offers and how to get that person to book an appointment. ChatGPT also is sent your booking link. So the automatic link inside your software to get that qualified agent to book an appointment with you, ChatGPT has it, so it can include it in the message that it writes back to the person. So then what happens is ChatGPT writes the response and sends it to you via email. You can also change these, and you can turn this type of notification into a text message. So you can get a text message from the CRM and ChatGPT saying, hey, one of your qualified agents just responded. Here's what I'm going to say. Do you approve the message? And that's exactly what happens here. So the way that we have it set up by default is it's an email. The email says new AI response, launch 3 qualified real estate partners. So when you see the subject line of the email, you know exactly where it's coming from. And then down here, it says, hi, username. Your LOCRM AI bot is working hard automating your business for you and just got this response. Here's what the agent said, and here's what we're going to respond back. These responses, and I would love to hear from you in the comments, those of you that are having the system have conversations with you, but like they're getting unbelievably good on how ChatGPT is responding to these messages. So it writes the response for you. It says, do you approve this message? And inside the email, if you just click that, yes, I approve, the CRM will automatically take the message, automatically respond back to the real estate agent, and work to book that appointment with you. If they respond back to the email again, it's going to write another response, send it to you, you approve it, and you are running quality control over the conversation that the AI is having with the qualified agent. Works the same way with your database marketing. We built all of our workflows this way so that you can ensure that every message is compliant that comes through your system inside these workflows. So that is how a workflow works. And so at this point, everything is the same. So every week, this system is duplicated with a new message. So email number 2 is week number 2. Email number 3 is week number 3. Email number 4 is week number 4. Then it adds them back to the Power Dialer. So once a month, these qualified agents go back into your Power Dialer. So even if you haven't called them in the Power Dialer, they're going to show back up in the Power Dialer at the top. So when you do make your Power Dial calls and follow the daily success plan, those calls are going to happen and they're going to be at the top of that list. And then it starts again. So now we're on month 2, email number 5, but we changed the offer, right? Because we sent them 4 emails about offer number 1. Now we're going to send them 4 emails about offer number 2. At the end of that month, they get added back to the Power Dialer, and then we switch offers. And we go, month number 3 is offer number 3, 4 emails over 4 weeks, and on it goes, right? So in a year, there's 12 offers because there's 12 months, and every offer has 4 emails that promote that offer before we switch to the next offer. Each offer has value, right? Pre-built, pre-written, all ready to go for you, has value, has an offer that says, hey, book an appointment with me or give me a call or respond to this email. The offer's already pre-built into the whole thing. And all you need to do is have the call and ask for the business. So we've got 2 of the 3 steps of the formula ready to go for you. Does that make sense? Is everybody with me so far? We're all good. Okay. So here's where we get to dance a little bit. All right. So I'm going to create a system from scratch so that you can see how to launch just the MoveTube offer if that's what you wanted to do with the system. So I'm back in the workflow list. So if you want to get here, come here to automation, workflows, go into the loan officer launch folder, and we've got the folder here. I'm going to take launch number 3, qualified real estate partners, click these 3 dots over on the right-hand side, and I'm going to duplicate this workflow, right? So the workflow that's there in your account stays the same, nothing changes, but now we're going to get a new one. And so now I'm going to call this copy launch 3, and I'm just going to call this MoveTube. And we'll call this demo. I'm going to click create. And voila. I now have this new workflow inside the CRM. So the big idea behind the loan officer launch was giving you all of the possible workflows that you need to run your mortgage business. And then you can come in here and duplicate them and customize them for whatever process you need. You can use this for new lead gen, all these wonderful things. So you can copy all these at any time. So we go into our new workflow. It loads up. And I'm going to create a new tag for only the agents that I want to put in here. So this qualified agent tag, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to make a new tag that says qualified agent. And then I'm going to put MoveTube offer. And then I'm going to select add new tag. So now what I've done is I've made it so that a contact has to have this tag applied to them in order to go into this launch. So I'm going to save that trigger, and I've got a specialized tool inside the CRM where anytime I meet an agent or I think of an agent that MoveTube would be perfect for, I can just go into the CRM, apply the tag, and I know that this series of 4 emails is going to go out to that agent just based on the fact that I've added that tag to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these other triggers. So I click the 3 dots and I'm going to delete. And then this other one here, I'm also going to delete this. So now I've got a specialized campaign. This is like a ninja tool that I have at my disposal inside the thing. If you want, you can make it so that when you import contacts in, they automatically go into this workflow. Totally cool. But I'm going to build this as though I'm going to kind of like hand select the people that I'm going to give the offer to. Or I'm going to take every single qualified agent that I have in the system, pull them up in a search in contacts, apply this tag, let it run. And I'm just going to send every single qualified agent the MoveTube offer, right? So you can use this to put together workflows and launch it out to every single qualified agent that you've got. Think about this. And again, I want to provide you as much value, but keep it within the parameters. The really big idea here is that when markets change and the conversation changes in the marketplace, new products change, let's say rates drop in the future, which most likely they will at some point, you have the ability to duplicate this campaign, create 4 emails that talk about exactly what's happening in the marketplace right now and the conversation that's going on in the news and the hooks and the pain points and all these wonderful things. At any given point, you can create a custom workflow that you know is going to poke those qualified agents with an offer that's going to give them valuable information and an offer to reach out to you. In a matter of an hour, once you have this skill set and you know how to do this, you can whip up any offer and send it to every qualified agent that you've ever imported into the CRM, knowing that, hey, now I've got this cool offer and I can send it out and blast it. So this knowledge isn't just to launch the MoveTube workflow, it's so that you can take any marketing campaign that you want to scale out to these agents and launch it at any given time. Does that make sense? Is everybody with me? Okay. The I'll convert the deals that you didn't convert offer to real estate agents, I think is a huge one to be talking about in today's marketplace. I would bolt that onto the bottom of this workflow. So I've got the tag to add them in, still going to get assigned to a user, still going to create or update an opportunity. If it was me, I would hop into support and get the support team to create a new success tracker, put the steps in there for this particular workflow, and then I would create or update the opportunity, select that success tracker that I had built. So I would just, in this pipeline, and I would select the new one that it's going to go into and save action. So I know, hey, these are all leads that I added to the MoveTube workflow. And here's the conversion of how many of them I had conversations with, appointments, built relationships, and all of that. So you can see how the offer actually converted. Drip is fine, wait is time. And then we're going to start sending emails. But we've got email number 1, email number 2, email number 3, and email number 4. It's going to wait for the reply, timeout, and then underneath here, I don't need anything else. So there's an entire year, well, 11 months worth of campaign workflow underneath here. And I'm just going to click and delete all actions from here. And voila. I now have a super streamlined 4 email sequence with AI pre-built into it, specialty workflow, specialty funnel just for MoveTube. So now I go into email number 1. I select email number 1, and I'm going to change the action name. So email number 1, which is going to be MT for MoveTube, and I'm going to call this listings on TV. From your name to their name, and then the subject line, I'm just going to take from the template. So give me just 1 second here. Let's go find our template. The only reason I'm not sharing my screen is because I want to be respectful of Sachin and all the wonderful messages that he sends me at all hours of the evening, because he's awesome. And I would be interested in the chat, how many of you have downloaded the Google Doc that has the MoveTube offer? Did everybody get the link to that? No? So Sean's saying no, Larry's saying no, Dave's saying no. Oh, look at all these no's. Okay, cool. So the link is, I'll give you the link so that you can download it. It is Loan Officer CRM. .ai/MoveTube. So you can go there, you can opt in. And then the system will automatically email you out this document here. So I've got that in the chat for you as well. And I should mention, I'm pretty sure everybody already knows this, but we're not affiliated with MoveTube at all. Like, I recommend it. I think it's an amazing product. It's an additional subscription to get MoveTube and put the listings on TV. It's just, we've been talking about MoveTube on Breakfast Club, and I wanted everybody here in our community to realize, like, you can go see a cool offer for a real estate agent, take it, bolt it into a sequence, and send it out to all your qualified agents quickly and easily. So there you go. Dave, you are absolutely welcome. And then we'll head back into our CRM. So here's the template. Shameless plug up here at the top to buy the CRM. Just shameless. Unbelievable advertising, this guy. Like a blatant hyperlink right at the top. Didn't even use emojis this week. Almost disrespectful, the promotion on here. Sorry. I think it's funny that we don't want to pitch the CRM. We feel the CRM earns your business, and it's like, you should go try it out. And again, most of you are members, so we try and have a little bit of fun with it. So the subject line, copy and paste right from the document. Your listings for free, your listings on TV for free. And then I'm going to take this. The only thing I'm not going to take out of this message right here is the user email signature down at the bottom and the high contact first name at the top. So I'm going to take everything out from the middle, head back to this document, and copy and paste the content right here. You can see I had a question mark and a period there. That was the second cup of coffee when I was putting that together. And then we just paste it. So we've got our message here. There's some weird spaces in there. And away we go. So I have a brand new AI-powered tool that creates beautiful videos of your listings and gets them featured on TV. You get to add to your listing presentations. We feature your home on TV. It's a fantastic way to win and promote new listings, and I'm happy to offer it to you for free. Would you like me to send over a quick demo? And then the email signature goes at the bottom. Looking good? Then I am going to send a test email here. So I'm going to send that to chris@connectionincorporated.com. I'm going to send that test email. There are issues in your custom variables. Oh, man, that's... I'm glad a doctor didn't say that to me, because that would sound freaky. Christopher, you have an issue with your custom variables. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm talking about the doctor because I went mountain biking with my son. And here, we're just going to type signature into the search box here. All right, assigned user signature. Perfect. Good to go. Send test email. So anyways, I went out with my son, and he mountain bikes with kids that are, I think, 4 or 5 years older than him. And so they're just like ninjas on these mountain bikes out in the wood. And I was tracing them, trying to keep up. And there was one jump, and I thought it was one jump, but it's actually one jump. And it's like, if you hit it really hard, it's actually 2 jumps that turn into one jump. So anyways, on the second jump, I didn't jump far enough, and I just like landed on the front of the other jump and just like pancaked myself right over the handlebars, totally dislocated my arm right out of the socket. And so I'm currently going through like physio and recovery and all of that wonderful stuff. So I don't want to see a doctor or get a diagnosis for a very long time after that. And here is our first email template, and we are all done. So we're going to click on Save Action. You can see this gets updated. Email number 1, MoveTube, listings on TV. Our email is good to go. Email number 2, So we're going to select here and we're going to call this MoveTube. And what is our template here? TV spots, just so I know. So TV spots. And it's also not from the mountain biking accident, but just a wonderful quirk of mine. I can't talk and type at the same time. Typical dude over here. So if I'm typing, I apologize, I can't be talking at the same time. Oddly enough, I can copy and paste and talk at the same time, but not talk and type. So then we take our template down here and we grab email number 2. Nope, that's email number 1. There we go. Number 2. Boy, this copying and pasting isn't as easy as they make it sound. Not as easy as they make it sound. So Control C to copy, Control V to paste, to save you some time there. And then up here, it deleted out the name. So, and if you want to add in the custom value of the real estate agent that you're reaching out to, go to Custom Values, and then Contact, and then First Name, and that will automatically put the first name in there. Cool feature that took us a fair bit is you can actually put their first name in the subject line of the email. It tends to get really, I shouldn't say really, but much better open rates on the emails if you actually personalize their first name in the subject line. So don't overuse it because it gets weird, but like 1 or 2 of the emails, just put their first name right in the subject line because it really gets their attention and gets that first message opened to them. And then we'll get rid of these weird spaces.
How do you do that, Chris?
Awesome. So you take this contact first name. You want to grab both of those brackets, Vicky, and then hit Command C or Control C, and then just come on up to the subject and then paste it in there. You can also like copy and paste using your mouse. Or there's this little tag icon over here, and you can click that and then contact and then first name and put it in there as well. Helpful? Okay, cool. So this one here, we'll put contact first name, your listings on TV for free. And we've got our message here. And then I'm also going to send this test email, and I'm going to send that out to my email as well. And the reason why is because sometimes there's little formatting things that you can't see that get added in when you're copying and pasting from Google Docs or something else into the actual tool itself. So you always want to make sure that you send yourself a test message before you send it live. So I'm going to send that. We've also found that the emojis, sometimes when we have emojis in the copy, they'll, for whatever reason, they'll change. And you don't want to send a poop emoji when you're trying to send a unicorn emoji. I mean, how embarrassing is that, right? So you got to check your emojis and send the test emails as well. So email number 3, and we'll rip through this part really quick. So subject line, we're going to head on over to our template. Email number 3, your listings on TV equals rocket ship. Oddly enough, lots of studies that have shown that emojis in your subject line actually increase open rates. Seems a little bit weird, but it's just, again, standing out in the inbox and making it a little bit different from everything else that they see. And this one, I love this email. Are you still interested, or would you like 2 super powerful opening lines tied to Dean Jackson's 9-word email? You know, are you still interested in selling your home? You know, and that's the whole email copy, homage to Dean Jackson, who was a brilliant marketer and an even nicer individual. He's just like the nicest guy ever. I've only gotten to bump into him a couple of times, but just like a super nice guy. And that email copy structure comes from him. So I want to give credit where credit is due. So contact first name. Would you like us to help you feature your listings on the #1 real estate app on Smart TV? Thank you. And then you'll notice if you have an earlier version of this, like if you're a member, when we uploaded the MoveTube campaign and just kind of gave it to everybody inside the system, that email actually had a second line in it that said the service is totally free. We took that out because it was getting caught in the spam filters using the word free in the email. So we took the free part out. So if you see a difference, that's why. Then we're going to send over that test email. There we go. And then save that action. And then email number 4. Now we got one other super important thing. We've only got 2 minutes left here, so we're going to go over time if that's okay with you. First day of the month, though, nobody's running around with hair on fire like yesterday, last day of the month, getting all those deals funded and closed, which is awesome. This is last chance to feature your listings on TV. Again, that super powerful. Last chance. Last chance. Y'all, there's a spelling error there. Last chance rather than change. Make sure you catch that. And I got it changed in the Google Doc for you. So if you're copying and pasting from this point forward, you're good to go. And then you can probably tell that I want to help you grow your business. And away we go with template number 4. We've got the contact first name. That's all looking good. And fantastic. So now we're going to send off those test emails. Save action. Now, you might be tempted to head up here on the top right-hand corner and click save and publish, but not quite yet because our AI prompt isn't done yet. Okay. So you'll remember we copied this workflow from the original workflow that was giving all of the offers to the qualified agents, right? So you come down from the very top of the workflow, and rather than adding new emails down the right-hand side, we're going to go contact reply, and we're going to select on this ChatGPT box, send a prompt to ChatGPT and get a response. All of this pretty much stays the same. But down here, we're going to go past the general structure and go to offer specific guidance. You can see here, this is like if you want to know what all the offers are in the qualified agent workflow, they're all written into this prompt so that the AI understands how to respond back to the qualified agent based on the offer that they've reached out to. So offer number 1 is the coffee meeting. Offer number 2 is, hey, I'll convert your leads for you for free. So if you've got old leads from Zillow, Boomtown, whatever. Offer number 3 is to call their past customer database for them. Offer number 4, one of my favorites, the follow-up refer back program that you do with your lending products. Offer number 5 is the show, which is inviting them to your podcast. My man, Vince Queen, absolutely crushing it with that strategy. Marty Guy Fink. Like we get some really big leaders in the community that are using a podcast, not to become a podcasting superstar, right? But it's a way to interview top agents, build a relationship with them, create social media content with them, and then win the relationship. So there's the podcast offer. And then we've got MoveTube here down as email number 7, offer number 7. So I'm just going to delete everything above offer number 7 out of that prompt. Let's go here. Email 2.1. I should also mention the reason why we do build it with Chris is that you can see me break stuff and kind of like sit in the hot seat. So you'll notice there's been times where like I've highlighted something, tried to delete it, didn't delete. There was a spelling mistake in the subject line of one of the emails in the template. It's like, this stuff isn't perfect, but like you catch it, you fix it, you move on, you hit save. Like we can all do this. I feel like one of the reasons why people struggle with technology is because they think about how hard it is, but they don't do the actual doing of the technology. And so watching me go through the process, we realize like, yeah, it's a little bit complicated, but we can all do it. We can all talk, we can all type, it's okay. And we can all, and most of the stuff you do at once and then it's done, which is, you know, the best part about the whole thing. All right. So we got, we're just going to call this offer. so that the AI understands that this is the offer that we're giving out. And then we're going to say, here are the emails being sent. And right before I go here, I'm going to get rid of offer number 9 as well. So here are the emails being sent, and I'm going to come back to our document, and we're going to give AI all of our content. Email number 1. So I'm going to copy all the way up to email number 1, and then I'm going to paste that in the prompt that gets sent out to AI and save. And voila, we are done. The MoveTube offer is ready to go. So now we select publish up here in the top right-hand corner, and we select save, and you can just add agents into your workflow and you're good to go. You know, a solid working session without the preambles and the mountain bike stories and all of the entertainment that we try and add to the classes here. You're probably 30, 45 minutes start to finish to get this thing pumped out inside your CRM, and know that the Loan Officer CRM team is here to help you and to help you build all of this stuff inside your account and to get this stuff launched. So at any point, you can select, hold on here, I'll save that. And now this is something, team, that we can import into client accounts if they're really looking for a fast way to get this done. And then over here, we've got live Zoom support. You click on that live Zoom support, takes you over to Zoom. This is our Zoom support meeting. Put in your first name, your last name, your email address, register and join. Our team is literally waiting there for you right now for anything that you need help with, anything that you want built. You just join that Zoom meeting from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday to Friday. The team's there, they're waiting for you. It's absolutely fantastic support. They'll click the buttons for you, help you get all this stuff done. You got something super advanced that you want to work on, they'll actually take you into a breakout room, help you in that breakout room, make sure that you're well taken care of. We don't want you clicking buttons inside of CRM. We want you on the phone, making phone calls, calling your past customer database, calling your qualified agents, and taking applications. So we try and get as much of this tech stuff off of your desk so that you can spend your time on your phones and actually making this stuff work. So if you are not a current member, loanofficercrm.ai, tell them that Chris sent you, and they might score you a friendly campaign build on the intake. I'm just kidding. Everybody gets one-on-one support to build your first workflow and get it launched out. Vicky, yes, absolutely. We're happy to add that to your workflow. So you'll see that pop up some point this afternoon. Lee, if you could make sure that the team takes that new one from the LOCRM demo account and loads that into Vicky's account, that would be awesome. And Christopher as well.
Chris, quick question.
My man, Mark.
Where do you see those edited workflows when you go through? Where do you actually see it in the system? Because when I go to my workflows, it doesn't look like it's like I'm seeing where all the emails, that the actual workflow that you just designed. Where do you go back and find that?
Oh man, great question. Okay, cool. So inside the CRM itself, you've got your automation tab here.
Yeah.
So go into automations and then see this button up here that says recent.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on that, it'll actually show you all of the workflows listed in order of the ones that you've worked on most recently.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's just the quickest and easiest way to go about it. And then that's why I'm kind of weird about my naming conventions. The team loves it because I like to call things only I can remember, and that I don't write them down or post them anywhere. It's an awesome system. Just kidding. But you can go to the search bar and you just type in whatever the naming convention is for that type of workflow, and you can find any workflow using the search bar up in the top right as well.
And then when you're in there to see the actual workflow, like all the emails and everything else, are you able to just click on that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just click on there and then it opens up the builder.
The actual workflow. Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Thanks. Yep.
No problem at all. While we're here, typically when people are asking about like accessing the workflows and how to edit it, The next logical step to that is this menu up here: builder, settings, enrollment history, and execution logs. So once your workflow is turned on, you can actually click up here in the enrollment history and execution logs, and you can see who's in the workflow, which emails they've gotten, who has opened the emails in the sequence, and pretty much everything that's happening within that workflow is listed for you inside these execution logs. So on Fridays, when you've got a whole bunch of people inside a workflow, you can go to the workflow, click on execution logs, and like cherry pick out the people that are actually engaging in your workflow and call them. So it's like a hot list of qualified agents that are actually like interacting with the information that you're sending out to them. So that's helpful as well. And then obviously you've got your standard settings for the workflows as well. So great question, Mark. Thank you. Right on. Cool. Any other questions? Fun? With a question mark. I know workflows and the automations aren't always fun, but man, powerful stuff. You get this built once, and every time you go in, find qualified agents, you drop them in, automatically added to the power dialer, go in, launch the power dialer, make your phone calls, book your appointments. We're trying to make it as easy as possible for you to get as many referral partners as possible. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. Jeff, I didn't see you pop into the meeting. Great to see you here, brother. Hope you are doing well. And Richard, Steve, all our OGs and some of our new faces, thank you for being here. We do this every Friday. So every Friday at noon, Build It with Chris. I'll see you next week. All the best. Much love. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Happy Friday, everyone.